Congratulations on your selection into the bowl game. There's only a few teams that get selected for that. Certainly, we all would wish that it was one of the 4 spots, but we all know what that outcome was. Now we got another chance to be on a national stage against the defending national champions, and we get a chance to prove ourselves.
Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly. I'm Jack Nolan. Notre Dame's outstanding 10-2 season did not go unrewarded, earning the Irish a trip to the Fiesta Bowl to take on defending national champion Ohio State in what many are calling the most intriguing matchup of the New Year's Bowl games. The game represents a tremendous opportunity for this Irish team that only lost 2 games this season to a pair of top 10 teams by a total of just 4 points. Here's a look at some of the highlights of the 2015 season.
Big 127, baby! Big 127!
Here now is Newsom's kickoff. Here come the Irish!
It's old-time football and throwback football. Knock you down hard football.
There's a lob ball to the end zone. What a catch by Chris Brown!
Just takes it away.
Here is a option play. Notre Dame has an open receiver. It is caught. Alize Jones.
And it is caught by Notre Dame. Carlisle has been a major target. Here's a throw to the near side, and Notre Dame takes it in. Amir Carlisle.
And Robinson hauls it in.
Torrey Hunter, a brilliant stretching reception. Touchdown Notre Dame. Here's Zaire dropping. Caught. It's going to go for the touchdown to William Fuller.
Holston walking through the tunnel and off the field.
Zaire is down.
And now he's down on the ground. Brian Kelly finds himself dealing again with multiple injuries.
Next man in is absolutely crucial, and you're going to have to be ready to step in and play at the highest level.
Handoff to Procise. He weaves his way somehow.
Breaking about 5 or 6 tackles and reaching for the goal line.
Freshman running back in his first carry of his career, and he is into the end zone.
Weaving and driving and fighting to the end zone. C.J. Procise.
Hands off in the open field. On his way. Now is anybody going to catch him? Touchdown! 91 yards!
Breaks again. Adams is on the run. Stiff arm to tackler. Brilliant. Touchdown Notre Dame, 98 yards.
The longest run in Notre Dame Stadium history.
Way to pick them up. Way to pick them up. They needed you and you came through for them.
4 seconds left in the half. So there's time for one more play. Notre Dame is sending out Justin Yoon. Yoon's kick on its way, and it is good. 52 yards. A career-long field goal to give Notre Dame the lead at the half.
Let's just not outsmart ourselves, right? We know what they want to do. We see their plan. Let's just execute our plan against them.
Kaiser takes a look, throws a long ball downfield. He has a receiver there. Caught by Fuller. He's on the run. He answers with a phenomenal play. 75 yards.
Hey, go. They're coming right back to that. Let's go. Romeo. They're not blocking you. Something. Hands. You're doing what they want you to do when they're bottling.
Zach back at the 40-yard line. Aguero with his 3rd sack of this game. A one-man gang today.
Mentally tough. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Who can turn it up? Who can turn it up? Let's go.
Looking for a place to run. The quarterback gets free for a moment. Then he's tackled at the 29. Great play by Notre Dame's defense. Handoff. Rolling out. Here's a pitch. What a tackle by Notre Dame for a loss. An open field hit by Drew Tranquil. We won this game. Here's the punt. It's blocked by Notre Dame. They pick it up and score.
Amir Carlisle. Equiminius St. Brown, who got the hand on it.
Sheldon Day coming from the left side.
Gets intercepted by Notre Dame.
Andrew Trombetti.
Let's go make a play. Let's go get the game winner. You feel me?
Intercepted by Notre Dame in the most phenomenal defensive play of this season.
Get another. Go. Get another. Get another.
Throws on the run. Kiveri Russell, just as he did against Southern California, takes the ball and wins the game.
Hey, be ready for anything that could happen. We got to go down and score again. Win the game. I believe in me.
Time is running out on Notre Dame. Here's a home run ball. Going for it is Here's Fuller. He's out there. He catches it. Touchdown! Notre Dame looking for a miracle. They pull it out.
Coming up on Inside Notre Dame Football.
I thought what our defense did all year is that they took away that one player on offense that could change the complexion of the game.
We have a play call, and the whole line will kind of smirk, look at each other, okay, this is a possible, 60-yard touchdown to Will.
2 yards is never good enough for CJ. He's going to take 2 and make it 4. He's going to take 4 and make it a touchdown.
Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners Sprint, Coke Zero, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also sponsored by Delta Airlines, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics, Bank of America, Cadillac, Canon, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
Let's start with your overall evaluation about how your team played this season and what they accomplished this season.
I thought they played with great energy. There was never a time where I thought, we had to jumpstart them. You enjoy watching your team compete on Saturdays because they played with great energy, great enthusiasm, and a general overall understanding of what we're trying to accomplish each and every week.
You actually have a total of 4 guys who received some kind of All-America status. So I just want you to give me a sentence or two about each guy, and let's begin with Jalen Smith.
Special. There's not many players that carry the overall impact on defense that I've coached. Manti Te'o is the other one that, since I've been here, that had that kind of impact, a special football player.
Ronnie Stanley.
A consistent, dominating performer. You talk about shutdown corners, that's a shutdown left tackle. Extremely gifted athlete.
Sheldon Day.
Great leader. Defensively, it changes the complexion of the game with the way he attacks the offensive line and penetration. He was our guy on defense. You need something to happen, he was going to be around the ball.
Will Fuller.
We call him game wreckers. He can wreck a game like nobody on our football team. His big playability, his ability to really allow us to do a lot of other things on offense. Singularly, he was the one guy that changed the complexion of ball games.
And the Sporting News named Justin Yoon a freshman All-American. Your kicking positions are in pretty good shape.
To have a great year, you have to be really solid in special teams. I thought we had our best year in a long time in special teams, and in particular, both of our kickers. And Justin Yoon was consistent, hit a 52-yarder, was consistent all the way around. And just as a true freshman, I thought his demeanor, the way he handled himself, nothing really affected him. That's a great mark of a kicker.
For the second straight year, there were a lot of next men in. But this year in particular, they didn't just come in and play well. You had guys come in virtually with no experience and absolutely excel.
Yeah, well, you start with the quarterback position, and Deshaun Kaiser coming in a very difficult situation on the road early in the season against Virginia, and he comes in with a drive for the season, and it kind of set our season into the positive spin that it needed to be. And we really needed a running back to come in, and Josh Adams, a true freshman, steps in and plays big for us. I think those two guys in particular highlight that next man in. But as freshmen coming in, as first year players in our program, that says a lot.
The Notre Dame football program held its annual Gala Awards program, Echoes 2015, a few weeks back, and honored the outstanding performers from this year's 10-2 squad. 15 different awards were given out the night of December 11th, with the most prestigious being Team MVP, the only award voted on by the players and not selected by the coaching staff. This year's MVP, wide receiver Will Fuller. Here's what some of his teammates and position coach had to say about the All-American from Philadelphia.
Here is Kaiser looking for a place to go, throws downfield. There's an open receiver. Caught! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Notre Dame.
I mean, well, great players make, great plays when they have to.
When I think of the silent assassin. He's quiet, but he steps up in the moment.
If you put him one-on-one, it's over. I mean, no one's keeping up with him in the country.
We get a play call, and the O-line will kind of smirk, look at each other, okay, this is a possible, 60-yard touchdown to Will.
The way that Will is able to, blow past a guy, but at the same time run a route that creates crazy separation, it just makes things a lot easier for a quarterback.
He takes a great deal of pride in that. He wants to be the big play guy. He wants to be put in positions where he's making those types of plays for our football team.
During the Virginia game, we saw he was like, give me the ball, I want the ball. And when you see that determination from him, you already know something's big going to happen.
We're in a 2-minute situation, the clock's winding down. Will kind of was late getting set. He didn't have eyes on the football like he should have. He went by the guy and broke into the open, and Deshaun did a great job, obviously, of finding him.
I purely just put the ball as far down the field and as close to the side as I possibly can because I knew Will was going to keep the defender on the inside.
And I turned around and I just knew at that point. I just threw my hands up because I knew.
Once again, Will Fuller comes up big for the Irish.
He catches it! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Looking for a miracle.
Our goal is to make it easy and go get it wherever. And it just shows on that play. Deshaun just put it up and Will found the ball. You know what I mean? Went and got it. And it's been amazing to see, just witnessing greatness.
Field, Will Fuller, wide open. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Among the other major awards given out during Echoes 2015, consensus first-team All-Americans Jalen Smith and Ronnie Stanley were named the Defensive and Offensive Players of the Year for the Irish. With 37 different players having started for Notre Dame this past season, the Next Man In award may well have had the most potential candidates, but it was somehow fitting that running back C.J. Prosise received it. Prosise began his Notre Dame career as a defensive back and then switched to wide receiver before beginning this season as an experiment of sorts at running back. Prosise stepped in for the injured Tarian Folston early in the opening game against Texas and proceeded to reach the 1,000-yard rushing mark in just 150 carries. In Notre Dame history, only Reggie Brooks needed fewer carries to reach the coveted 1,000-yard rushing plateau, and Prosise did it despite missing 2 games.
On his way, he could be gone. The race is on, and C.J. Prosise is a clear...
2 yards is never good enough for C.J. He's going to take 2 and make it 4. He's going to take 4 and make it a touchdown. I'm almost like a spectator watching this guy go to work when I hand the ball off. Coaches hate me for it because I'm supposed to be carrying out a fake, but he's awesome.
Inside the 10, heading for pay dirt.
He's one of those guys that it doesn't matter how you get him on the field, but he needs to be on the field because he's a playmaker.
He started at safety and went to linebacker for a little bit, and when they started training him at running back, it was kind of like, well, why not? You know what I mean? It's an easier way to get the ball in this guy's hands.
He's just a football player, He adjusted real well, and, once he gets that ball in his hands, that's a fun time for him.
You never can predict where a season would be if all your starters were around, but we can definitely evaluate this season with all the backups coming in, and man, is it special.
Guys went down, guys stepped in, and C.J. Prosise is a great example of what is going on throughout our whole football team. He's pulling his warm-up off and running down the sidelines at full speed, like he's running the ball while Josh is actually on the field.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you just had a concussion. Like, stop running. Like, we need you, back for the next week. That's the, big bro right there. When he scores, we do the same thing. So that just shows you, how we are as a group.
Just pure talent, athlete. He's Coast guy.
Driving and fighting to the end zone and going in is C.J. Prosise.
First car you ever drove?
Pontiac Grand Am.
Player on the team most like you?
Corey Robinson.
Favorite TV show?
Tom and Jerry.
What did you do on your first date?
Went to the movies.
Most famous person you have met?
Derek Jeter.
Get up early or sleep in?
Get up early.
Best nickname on the team and who has it?
Me, Bones.
Best player to room with on the road?
Will Fuller.
Funniest thing that has happened in practice this season?
Caught a ball in the open field, tripped and fell.
Hardest hitter on the team?
Shoemate.
Best singer on the team?
Corey Robinson.
Best dancer on the team?
Me.
Best comedian on the team?
Jay Hayes.
Best comedian on the coaching staff?
Coach Sanford.
Best dresser on the team?
Matthias Farley.
Worst dresser on the team?
Malik.
Best thing about playing for Notre Dame?
Going out there and seeing the fans, 81,000.
Torrey Hunter, you've completed the 60-second drill on Inside Notre Dame Football. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to me about how December has gone so far for you, both in practice and as a staff, what you wanted to get done both on and off the field.
Well, a heavy recruiting month. We got almost 2 full weeks on the road, which I think really bolstered our recruiting and helped us a lot there. Got back here, we had our Echoes, our awards banquet, which was a great way to finish off a great season. And then we went back to work and, having practices that get your players back into the routine, and then focusing on your game plans.
More potential projected NFL draft picks playing in this game than any other bowl game, including the playoff games. More All-Americans playing in this game, including the playoff games, than any other bowl game.
You watch the film, you can see outstanding athletes on both sides of the field. That's why this is a great matchup for college football in particular. But we haven't played Ohio State in a while. I think our guys are excited about the matchup, and they want to play one more game, and then they'll worry about the NFL and all those things after the game. So it's not just, they're not just mouthing it saying that, they'll make their decisions after. They're really focused on one more game. I like the way our guys have handled that.
It's time now for the experts at TireRack.com question of the week for Coach Kelly. This week's question comes from Richard McHugh of Salisbury Mills, New York. Coach, do you ever wish you had more time to prepare for a game? Does time ever run out?
During the season, it definitely runs out. You get caught in that, I wish I had a little bit more time to prepare for this or that. In the bowls, you guard against having too much time. Your play sheets start to grow too much. And I think sometimes it's important that less is more, when you come to bowl games. So just during the season, you wish you had a little bit more time.
Here's Coach Kelly's scouting report on the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
First of all, defensively, very physical front seven, very difficult to move the football on. Joey Bosa is a guy that you have to find on defense. Aggressive safeties that come down and fill. Offensive side of the ball, obviously Ezekiel Elliott, outstanding running back. Barrett at the quarterback position gives you that multi-dimensional guy. They've got more speed at the wide receiver position than you would think. They can push the ball down the field, and a very good offensive line. So, there's a lot of similarities between the two teams. Physical up front, front sevens are outstanding. It should be a great matchup.
That will do it for this season of Inside Notre Dame Football. We, of course, will be back next September to break down the season opening game at Texas. Until then, for Coach Kelly, I'm Jack Nolan. Thanks so much for watching this season, and as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners Sprint, Coke Zero, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also sponsored by Delta Airlines, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics, Bank of America, Cadillac, Canon, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, SiriusXM Satellite Radio, and UPS.